us. And Cardano is our biggest project, and it's one that is now more than a product for us, it's a mission for us. This year I went to Africa. I went to Rwanda, I went to South Africa, I went to Ethiopia. And we didn't talk to people saying, how can I invest in cryptocurrency and make a 10x? We talked to people who said, I have a problem. I have no deed for the land that I live on. I have a problem. I can't do business internationally because nobody knows who I am, and even if they did, they have no way to trust me. I have a problem. No one believes in the college degree that I spent years to get because they don't know what my university is like and what skills I have. These are real problems attached to real people. And because they don't have solutions for those problems, it keeps them in a state of perpetual poverty. And it takes them out of the world financial system. They're excluded from that system. And when they can get access to it, they get access to it at a premium. They have to pay 15 cents on the dollar to send money. They have to spend 35% to 85% for their loans. It's hard. In addition, I've gone to places like Mongolia, Ulaanbaatar, beautiful place, wonderful people. 30% of the country is nomadic, 900,000 people. The capital has 1.5 million. And it has the worst traffic and the worst air quality in the world. It took me 4 hours to get from the airport to my hotel, just 20 kilometers away, because of how bad the traffic was. And the air quality during the winter is bad because it gets very cold, and it's in a valley. And people burn tires in coal and yurts, and the air just stagnates. The asthma rates are incredibly high. Lung cancer rates are much higher. This is a reality that 1.5 million people in that country have to exist in. Despite that reality, people there believe they can use blockchain, they can use cryptocurrencies to help solve that problem. We found people, over 5,000 people in the blockchain group in a country of 3 million people with 900,000 as nomads. One of the most amazing experiences was driving down the road, seeing camel herders come by and talking to a few of them and finding out that one of them even owned Bitcoin. A camel nomad herder in Mongolia, outside the city. So you think to yourself, wow, this is pretty pervasive and this is pretty incredible technology with no marketing or PR, no central authority to be able to percolate and spread throughout the world like that. And so how would you use this technology to solve those problems? Well, Mongolia is incredibly resource rich. It has tons of gold and uranium and other natural resources at its disposal. But unfortunately, the way that things are, they sell that at a very low rate to Rio Tinto and China and other factions. So what if they could issue municipal bonds to build trains and better traffic systems or to clean up their air quality and back those bonds with natural resources? The very same technology we're putting into Cardano that lets you issue your asset and let that scale and let that work with complex financial transactions, including compliance, for example, would allow the government to do that and do it without the need of banks and sell direct to the consumer, even pay dividends to all of its people for the sale of their natural resources if they wanted to do that. And they don't have to ask me to do that. They can do it themselves once this technology exists without royalties or patents or permission. That's the magic, is being able to go around the world, 27 countries alone this year for me, and talk to some of the poorest people who are brilliant and they have the desire to innovate, and they're being held down by bad systems, and to tell them that there's now a parallel system that they can use to change their lives. That's the mission of Cardano, is to be that financial operating system for the people who don't have one, and let them use that system to build wealth and grow and rise up. So that's going to be a big part of what we do in 2019. It's going to inform the development and the evolution of the platform. You're also going to see a movement of the platform from being just a simple cryptocurrency built by a company to an actual open source project where there's a Cardano improvement proposal process and third-party contribution. There's already starting to be third-party contribution with Emergo contributing and others contributing to our code base, but we're going to make a big priority of that. We've already begun hiring people to facilitate that transition. So exiting 2019, it'll be a truly big open source project like the Linux or like any of these other systems that have many contributors. And in a way, IOHK will gradually be taking more and more of a reduced role, not because we're scaling people down, but because proportionally our engineers will be less than from the whole. And my hope is eventually to have thousands of people working on the protocol doing interesting things, thousands of scientists working on the protocol proposing improvements and using it as an experimental test bed to make that operating system better for those people in Mongolia and throughout Africa and other places. And if we've done that, I think it was worthwhile. So a humbling year, a long year, and I look forward to the next year.